Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And although he's now gone as First Minister and gone out of the Cabinet, it is still reassuring to see that Humza Yousaf still has a legacy of fail. He brought in a proposal that would basically enable the Scottish Government to approve the purchase of around 200 to 250 rural homes that would then be done up and then used to house vital staff, police, medical, that sort of thing, but all in rural areas. It was a brilliant idea. They had £25 million earmarked for it. The principle was that they go out and every week or whatever, they buy another house, turn it around, and over time build all these houses up. Well, like everything else that Humza Yousaf says and does and thinks and whatever, it's been a complete and utter shambles, ending in an embarrassing, indeed humiliating fail. We're going to take a look at the numbers, but boy is it bad. Why is this man incapable of doing even a simple thing like buying a house? It's unbelievable. It's because everybody has to micromanage every aspect, isn't it? Now, before we go in and go down and have a look at it, please do hit the like button. It's very, very, very important. We're having so many struggles with YouTube at the moment. So please really like the video. It massively helps. And if you are yet to subscribe, please do so. And if you are subscribed, please check that you are still subscribed. That's how bad it is. I've had to turn on comments and all sorts of things. It's been absolute nightmare, and I'm going to be speaking to YouTube later. Anyway, we'll get on with this. But honestly, set yourself up for an absolute joyous fail at Humza Yousaf's expense. Not even there, and he's still failing. Here goes. So, out of those 250 houses, just 4 homes approved so far under the SNP scheme to boost key workers in rural areas. 4. 250. 4. If that's not a fail, I don't know what is. That is just a joke, isn't it? Humza Yousaf pledged to buy up empty homes for NHS staff and police officers, but only 4 in Orkney have been earmarked so far. Not even bought. Numbers bought, nil. 4 in Orkney earmarked. It's supposed to be across the whole of like the Highlands and Islands, everything. If this is not a fail, who knows what the hell is. Just 4 homes have been approved so far across Scotland under a flagship SNP scheme aimed at boosting the number of rural NHS staff and police officers. Humza Yousaf promised his government would buy up empty properties to make it easier for key workers to relocate to the more remote areas during his leadership campaign last year. So basically, 15 months ago he promised this. Up to £25 million would be set aside over 5 years as part of the programme. But the Scottish Government has now confirmed only 4 homes, all of which are located in Orkney, have been earmarked so far. None actually bought, as I say. And earlier this week, the new First Minister, John Swinney, listed fixing rural housing as one of his key priorities now that he's in power. It was a key priority before he was in power. And you know what? It didn't happen because, hey, Humza the fail, he couldn't make it work. It's so hard, to buy a house. In January, a top Highland doctor said patients in less populated parts of Scotland faced a growing disparity in accessing health care. Dr Ian Kennedy, chair of the BMA in Scotland, said a big rural problem exists in terms of recruiting staff. Because of course it does. Of course it does. Transport's the big problem, isn't it? If only there were decent roads, it would be half the battle. He said there were huge vacancies in health boards such as Shetland, Orkney, Western Isles, Highland and Grampian. He said in February it warned a new charge being imposed on police housing risked driving officers out of rural areas. Yeah, it's because they're dealing with a change of tax. Well, there's 2. There's a change of tax, which means that police housing is deemed to now be a benefit in kind, so the police will have to pay more in tax to cover that. And also that there was the upgrade fee, or I can't remember the exact term, there's an upgrade fee on it that they'd be charged as well. So they're all going to go, you know what, sod this, I'm out. Can't afford to live here. What do they expect to happen? SNP Housing Minister Paul McLennan said the government was engaging closely with local councils to earmark more houses. But Tory MSP Miles Briggs said the continued and continuing failure of this flagship SNP housing scheme is another classic case of them over-promising and delivering. Well, currently not delivering at all, of course. This is the problem. I have never seen such chronic failure. I mean, even by the act of randomness, they've got to get something right. They've got nothing right. They must be out deliberately trying to fail. It's the only explanation. Humza Yousaf leaves office having declared a pitifully low number of homes to attract key workers to live in rural Scotland. It is further evidence of how the Central Belt-obsessed SNP government has abandoned the rural communities and failed to deliver the housing they require. He said that is a deeply damaging knock-on effect for our rural economy, and crucial sectors are missing out on the workers they need. On Wednesday, McClellan was quizzed in Parliament over the low number of homes approved up until now. He insisted the needs of rural communities remained a priority. And if you believe that, you believe anything. Of course they're not a priority. No votes. Certainly not for the SNP. He added, we have made a number of interventions with local authorities to ask them to ensure that they're working strategically with key partners to deliver the demand-led service. Yes, there's a lot of demand, but there's no way of fulfilling it because you don't have the staff. Well, let's buy houses. Well, you haven't bought any. What is it about the SNP and failure seem to go hand in hand in hand? There is nothing ever that kind of works, is there? There's no way these people have a clue. Last year, we reported that the SNP promised to spend $30 million from separate funds to tackle the rural housing crisis, and was still behind schedule. Hands up if you're surprised. No one is surprised. The serial failure fails again. He's not even in office and he's still failing. It's fantastic. I'm coming up. Makes you wonder how many more fails they've got in their back pocket, doesn't it? There's lots of things happening at the moment. They've got lots of policies being enacted and things going through. You guarantee they're all going to fail. Every single one. They design it that way. They daren't have a success. They daren't look as though they know what they're doing. People might expect more from them. At least when they know everyone expects it to fail, nobody's surprised when it does. Maybe that's the thinking. Who knows? Anyway, I shall finish there. Remember, thumbs up on the video down there. Absolutely massively helps. And if you're yet to subscribe, please do. And if you are a subscriber, please check you're still a subscriber. Till next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Bye.